What's going on? What's going on, my beautiful people? It's Mo Green at y'all once again. Let me turn this down a little bit. This shit sound crazy when you're trying to talk with a fucking earpiece in my ear. And I probably went down the wrong street at this time of day. But what's popping in the last couple of days? YouTube got me psyched up right now, man. Did a video a couple of days ago on Zoe Williams versus Aries Spears beef, and I got like 9,000 views in one day. So I guess that was just a real hot trending topic. It's got me excited of trying to do my YouTube thing, just trying to be consistent with the content. And I mean, I ain't nobody, I ain't shit. I did a couple of videos after that. Hasn't really been getting any traction. I gotta promote them more, share them in different groups on Facebook. My shit is entertaining, man. If you watch it, I could talk a whole conversation for a while, but it has to be that end topic that really catches on to get those views like that, and I'll figure it out. I think a lot of it is in the title, so maybe I'll work on my titles a little bit better. I think the word hoax, when you put the word hoax in your title, it makes people click in a little bit more. So maybe this will be called the hoax of Stevens. But allergies. I'm feeling way better. But yeah, man, recently what happened, a guy from Cleveland, Ohio, Steve Stevens. Guess his shorty broke up with him. Her name was Joy Lane. And it's funny because Joy Lane was the same name as this female comedian that I met at the New York Comedy Club a couple of weeks ago when I was shooting for this show called Comics Watching Comics. And apparently, I mean, she wasn't the one that he was talking about, but she was like getting death threats and stuff like that because of what he was doing. Because he was like, I'm killing all these people, et cetera, because of Joy Lane. So you blame her. She the one that set me off the deep end. But I mean, that dude was mentally disturbed, obviously, to go and do something like that. And from what I heard, I think he claimed that he killed 13 people, but the only person that was confirmed of being killed was that poor old black man. He's like 74 years old, just coming from a ShopRite or something like that. This dude just ran up on him, talked junk to him, killed him, and then uploaded it to Facebook. That's crazy. But they still let his freaking Facebook Live keep going or whatever. They ain't shut his Facebook down. But me, I have a little bit of jazz music, some Duke Ellington, Miles Davis playing in the background low, and my freaking Facebook Live is blocked. So yeah, you can kill people on Facebook Live, they gonna block you. Have some music playing in the background. I guess they haven't really updated the technology enough to know that somebody's getting murdered and they're gonna shut your shit down. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. I don't think put some different music on. I might not think he went off the deep end for the reasons that he said. I don't think so, rather. Excuse me, I said that all wrong. But I don't think he went off the deep end because of a chick, man. I think it was something a lot more deeply embedded. Oh, shit, I got a booger? Holy cow, I'm like disgusting right now. I'm sorry, guys. Damn, I gotta make sure my shit is right before I go to work. Y'all get to see the real, the rugged, and the raw. But nah. He ain't go crazy and go off the deep end because of his girl dissing him. I think he went crazy. I think this is something brewing ever since he knew how to speak his name and spell his name. This dude's name is Steve Stevens. And Steve was probably short for Steven. His name was Steven Stevens. Steven Stevens. Why do parents do this to their kids, man? Why do parents give children names that are alliterations, but not only alliterations, but where their first name is the same exact thing as their last name with the exception of an S or whatever? Like John Johnson, Will Williams, Steve Stevens. You do that to your child, especially he looked like he was around my age. I think he was 37, 38. So at the time that we grew up in my age era, man, children were brutal. Children were brutal. I have a birthmark on my face where you can't see it because of the beard. You know what I mean? And my government name. You know what I mean? Our government is a long ass name or whatever. Because Maurice is my middle name. Y'all need to know my government. That's not important. But I got it a lot, and my first name ain't the same thing as my last name. But imagine having like 2 first names as your name or 2 last names as your name. This dude probably got ridiculed all his life, and it wasn't the girl was a deflection. It was just a manifestation of like, yo, why did my mother or my father or my parents like decide to fuck my life up, give me this corny ass name? That shit is stupid. Stevens, really? Like, what the fuck would you think? Was your mother on crack? I mean, and if he had both, I don't know his background or anything like that, but if he had his mother and his father in his life, and what the fuck, they was just coming up with like, like they say that if the parents is married, the dad's last name was Stevens, and the wife was like, what would be a great name to name our son? Let's name him with the last name, but just take the S off the end. Stevens, and spell it a little bit differently. This motherfucker was getting ridiculed and roasted his whole life, man. And then just on top of that, him just losing. His girl probably left him. She probably was dating him for a while. He probably didn't tell her his last name and shit. Then he finally told her last name. She's like, I can't be dating no dude named Stevens. Nigga, you corny. He was a Q too. Alpha, whatever the fuck they was. I can't remember the fraternity. Y'all something saying to me. But yeah, he probably was in a fraternity, when they was freaking hazing him in. They probably was beating the shit out of him. All right, Stevens, go pick up the donuts, Stevens, clean out the toilet, Stevens. So you know what I mean? And he's a fat dude. I'm not a skinny dude, but he like a fat. I think I weigh more than him, but my proportions is a little bit better. I got more muscle build. This dude's just like a fat, soft, jello chicken McNugget, no pun intended, looking motherfucker. And he just snapped off in the deep end like, my girl left me because my name. Motherfuckers been making fun of my name all my life, Phil. Why the fuck my parents named me this bullshit, Stevens? Don't do that to your kids, man. You giving children like a weird ass name, especially some corny shit like that, where the first name is the same exact thing as the last name. A few years from now, they're gonna be going off on the deep end and on Facebook Live, killing elderly people that donate cans. Horrible, man. And why do we do it? He couldn't. I can't see 2 parents collectively agreeing to ruin their child's life by giving them 2 names that are exactly the same, or by giving them a first name that's exactly the same as their last name. It's like Michaels, Rich Richards, Dick Richards, Dick Dickards. You know what I'm saying? Smithson, Clifford, or Clifford Cliff. The other way around. Shit can be both ways. Matt Matthews, Jake Jacobs, Paul, that'd be horrible. Christopherson, Joseph Joe. Oh man, Danny Daniels. You can't really do that with women though. Women's name, I don't know. I've never heard too many. I can't think of any names, last names that could be a woman's name. I can't think of. I'm driving right now. My brain ain't really operating on that on that level. But I'm sure there's some last names that could be a woman's last name. I think Carmen is the last name. I can't think of somebody whose last name is Carmen. But don't do this to your kids. The kids gonna wind up being crazy. You give them these fucked up ass names. All the ridicule, all the ridicule, all the jesting, all the roasting. It's gonna take its toll. And when that child, learns how to shoot a gun, he gonna wind up just killing motherfuckers because all the pent up stress and frustration. I don't know, I was just being silly, man. I just wanted to kind of bring awareness to the topic, yo. On a serious note, you know what I mean? You never know what type of mental illness an individual is going through nowadays. You know what I mean? You never know the type of person that you're fucking with, or the type of person that you're dealing with, So every now and again, let's talk to our friends, talk to our loved ones, see what's going on, have dinner with them, break bread with them, have drinks with them, what have you. Just kind of pick at people's brains, and you can probably get at somebody, before they go off the deep end, man. You know, that's all I have to say. I was being silly, but I'm just having a serious moment right now. And then this 28th, next Friday. What is it? Friday, right? Yeah, Friday. I'll be at the Parkade Cinemas in Manchester, Connecticut. It's a open mic, but it's all kinds of talent. It's gonna be singers and poets, and if you want to come down and see me, or if you want to come down there, if you got some talent, you want to do your thing. Parkade Cinemas in Manchester, Connecticut. That's where I'll be doing my thing on April 28th. As far as that, I'll say deuces to my beautiful people. It's Mo Green. Peace.